Titan.
Alright, game.
Wait, he doesn't even have Elo
He's
event?
just
He's got...
No, and he gave himself
neat
Elo too, and then I pointed it out, I'm like, if you're gonna fake
my
it,
God.
go big or go home. And then he gave himself Titan.
This is wild. It's kind of hard to see with the score screen popped up there, those resources that McGoon's working with, but I'm guessing we're gonna see second swordsman starting off here.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta wait. Like, Org is decent, like better for the alpha here than McGoon, certainly, just because of those field tiles, but I mean, it's not. You can't really, like, eco up in a game like this. Like, as soon as you lose out on a second city and another place to train units from, that's just, it's over for you as Vengir and Tiny. It just takes way too long to start, like, ecoing up to anything. I want to see how McGoon responds, or like where he wants to go to. These resources they don't leave a lot of great indicators. He might be just leaving his options open right now instead of pushing for center, and he might just go east with those next turn. Or he could go for center, not sure. But I think it's a fine idea to prolong your decision. Okay. So here, this was the exact situation that Pukio was in this round of the GMT bracket. Well, I mean the European bracket, anyways. Except that when he played Voldemort only had the one swordsman, which allowed Pukio to attack here. But now that there's two swordsmen, he's just not able to attack without losing his swordsman and allowing the alpha to step on that central village. Which is why it's really important to bring that back up. Yeah, because you're not going to be able to eco up into anything that equals that central village. Like another place to train swordsmen from and such. The hard thing for him here is moving that swordsman in the center. He's got the 8 health one that he can just like drop on the village, but after that, he's got like his 15 health swordsman, which is just in kill range, unless he just moves it back, which is kind of like a passive or like weak move. I mean, strong in that, prevents him from dying anyways. Okay. I'm not sure how I feel about climbing, because that's probably just going to take away from his ability to train swordsman later on.
I mean, it's not awful because it gives him defense bonuses on the cities. It's just somewhat wasn't the time and place, although it's not bad. Because there's a chain of mountains that leads into Magoon's capital, so if he just trains a couple of swords from that city and moves them along the mountains, because the thing about swords is 2 swords can kill a regular sword, but if you have defense, they can't. So that would give him a outlet to attack. I don't really like it for Magoon, though. That was an interesting play. And because Magoon is going to have the delayed second city, that's going to mean the alpha is going to get more swords quicker around his throat or to the third city.
Like, seeing him go mining there, I think he might try to play this, like, slow and passive, just like that
every other
game
he's done.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely in a better position right now, and he can expand into more of the map. Why didn't he move his other swordsman?
Oh, no.
I mean, he can definitely dominate more of the map from this position. Like, take any more cities that are... Like, Magoon only has the 2 cities that he's on right now. I don't see him pushing west. All the other cities, if they are on this map, are going to be southwest. of where the Alpha already is. So I don't see McGoon taking any of those.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, it's like the Alpha is allowed to like play passively. It won't like immediately cost him the game. It just opens. It just like raises the window a little bit on like that opportunity for McGoon to like sneak away with a win.
Uh-huh. It feels weird watching these games because tired players usually make very weird, very passive moves. And like in Polytopia, there is somewhat of a need to be passive, not because it's bad to be aggressive, but because you have to be calculated about what you can and cannot do, which means if you're aggressive, you have to know it will work. And if you know it won't work, don't go for it. But if you're just being passive by default, it creates very weird game situations that it gets you in the late game, but it's like a meandering game pace.
Yeah, his swordsman by the capital has at least pinned that McGoon's capital swordsman.
Yeah. If he moved it north or northeast, that would be a really good pin. Though, as is, he can sort of keep in range of the enemy sword, but it doesn't matter because anywhere he can move, he would still be able to move around to hit McGoon.
Yeah, I mean, the problem for him is if McGoon keeps pushing southwest because he chose not to train anything this turn, he's going to need to give up that pin in order to keep that city. He also can't do anything with his other swordsman now. Yeah.
It has to be a kill. Which
otherwise, he gives up that village.
It could go a bit wet. What?
I guess if McGoon doesn't attack, then he steps on the village here. And
the thing with swords and warriors is both are defensive units.
Yeah. I'm not seeing how he well, he's just like has to train something on that middle city.
Yeah.
In order to like pull ahead here.
Based on the spacing, he could actually just step on the city right now, but then he has to train a unit to unsiege.
You just
I don't hate step on village, heal, and make new unit. That'd be fine.
Yeah,
it confirms the third city and he's chilling.
Yeah, because as soon as he can like lock down that third city, because two swordsmen won't kill a defense boosted swordsman.
Yeah.
So he'll keep that city, and he has like McGoon would have to upgrade and make another unit, or like pull one of his units from his second city all the way to the other side of the map in order to get anything going. Yeah, there we go. That's a good move. If he just hits okay. Well, what else? What more does he want to do? Yeah, just you're good. Okay, cool. Yeah, because now when he sieges, there's an easy unsiege for him. So, like, he's fine to train another swordsman on his second city, then just swordsman on his capital the turn after. Or even a warrior, because he's only dealing with the one swordsman. I mean, I guess it depends on how worried the Alpha will be about riders or anything like that, but...
Yeah.
I mean, we can see it. He doesn't have anything right now. And I doubt he's going to get anything. Quickly enough anyways. Like maybe 10 turns from now if he has riders. That's not what I was talking about. But yeah, he can hold down this city. Because he only needs to be able to unsiege this 15 health, like undefense boosted swordsman. What are the calcs for that? That would be. Yeah, because he can't damage this swordsman on the mountain with his.
Yeah, that was a good play. Now he holds the city.
Yeah, because if he tries to damage it, his swordsman dies.
And then, even if that's the case, or even if he was able to kill the Alpha's sword, the Alpha will be able to send in enough units so that he'll take it within 2 turns.
Yeah, he's
He
gonna
has it
hold
locked
down this
down.
build.
And now with that entire 3 city section quartered off, it's going to be 3 versus 2. He can expand it 2, but the thing is, all he needs to do is just spam swords and overpower McGoon.
Yeah, he's in a like he's just up cities, up eco. Yeah, there's no way that McGoon has an advantage here.
Yeah.
There's no area of the game that he has an advantage in, I guess. Like the longer this game goes on, the more the eco advantage is going to accumulate. The Alpha can like push straight for his capital, or he can go out and expand to grab those other cities.
Really, the Alpha is so comfortable, he could honestly just go for giants. Not that he needs to, but he could.
I think he should have killed with, like, left the one swordsman on the mountain. Not that it really matters. Yeah, if he's gonna push straight for the capital, that's fine. So, yeah, I'm not seeing what McGoon's plan is, like what he wants to do, or even anything that would be effective for him to do.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay, when I saw that like second city swordsman going north to the capital, I thought he was just gonna try to finish it off from there, which is a perfectly fine move, but now he's like pulling back into this weird middling position. Oh, you probably should have just pushed west or something before. Now he's just got all his units like lined up in between the 2 places where he has any objectives, like that ruin or the village in the south, the village in the west. He isn't making active progress towards any of his goals with that movement.
I mean, no matter what, the Alpha will just be able to overpower him. It may take him a while from a bit slow, tired pace, but he'll win in the end.
Just like send the swordsman south. I mean, he's got 3 things he wants down there, and he can get it with 2 units. Like whatever grabs the ruin can also grab the city. Won't really be much of a problem for him. He does start off with Smithery, so like some of his mine placements I think are a little odd. Maybe he's like trying to go for that level 3 for Jean's capital. Yeah. A little sad it's one population off of Giant there, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Not much to say.
Just gonna keep upgrading pulling ahead on eco, pull out win from that. Not much. He's not. It really the onus for make it an interesting game is on whichever player's in a worse position because they have to do something interesting in order to pull a win out of that.
Yeah. It's something.
Yeah, if you're in a position where you're just clearly winning, it's fine for you to play a game that might be a little boring because why give up the free win? It's just hard watching this, seeing McGoon not really able to do anything about the situation. Yeah, he needs to defend the city, so he's gonna need some more units on it. Like that attack there just to bring the health down. Not sure I like it really because it just allows his city to be surrounded by enemy units immediately.
Yeah, and then can't really do much about it. The Alpha's thinking about roads, looks like. Because if he
That
moves,
might speed it up,
because
but
2 swords plus war would be enough, but no, he's gonna go for hunting.
the
Thing about hunting is he
about
couldn't do anything about it, so it technically would have been better to just wait the turn to capture for the turn 2 or level 2 tech.
yeah.
Be it forestry or archery, either are fine.
Yeah, skipping turns on villages is I mean it's rare that you get it in game, but seeing an opportunity like that go by here.
It's a value.
Yeah.
It doesn't come up often, but when it does, it's often a really great optimization.
I mean, I'm perfectly fine with watching the slow Vengir push towards giants. I mean, if this was Sparta or something, I would have seen them a long while ago.
Yeah, he'll get the giants and then he'll follow it up with some form of range support alongside swords.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We already know who's gonna win, but it is nice to see that army together of giants, the swords and archers or catapults or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about with that warrior move because it let that second city warrior on the mountain and allowed him to siege. I am interested that he chose to skip out on that ruin. I mean, he's just delaying it by a turn since he's got the warrior, but I mean, if he chooses not to get it again, that would be interesting. I like knowing that he's on the path towards giants and everything, but it's just I feel like we could have seen him a turn or two ago by this point. Or just push swords harder for capital win by this time. Yeah, I kind of don't see the reason McGoon doesn't resign right now. He's going to be down 1 city against 6. Nothing's in his favor at all. Tax, military, eco, I don't know, giant count. He doesn't really have a plan to take back any of these cities or go for out the Alpha's capital or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It is perfectly acceptable to resign when there's no progress to be made.
Like, sure, there's the idea that you can always win, but like, sometimes there is a point where not even a bot would mess up a position.
I used to believe that. Then I played a game where everyone else had resigned from one city on 2 stars per turn from like turn 14. Every bot had giants. They still lost.
Okay, we're assuming that the bots will stay on war against you and not like arbitrarily become your friend.
Yeah, in this case, the alpha is playing better than a bot, I would say, in my estimation.
I would say that plus or minus 2 difficulties of bot.
I guess he didn't want that capital giant. That's cool though. The capital giant will always be there for you. Yeah, resources are nice.
Yeah. Doesn't really affect the outcome of the game, but it's a very nice result.
I think the alpha was going to lose until he got those.
True.
Really turned the whole game around for him.
Don't kill with that sword, kill with the sword on the village. That way you get multiple in range.
Well, why has he been buying all this tech if he doesn't even want to get giants?
I'm not sure.
You just make it for the level 2.
It's Archer? Okay.
I mean,
I can't hate it, but also like
I can't say I understand it.
the man's tired. Both of them are. They've been up for a long time playing like They were in both brackets.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, too much Polytopia will melt your brain.
McGoon, you can give it up. You can rest.
You can go to sleep, man. You just hit the resign button because it's okay to admit, like, when you're not winning a game, you just hit the resign button, then you go to sleep. That's all it has to be.
You can rest.
Man, I guess he just really didn't want any giants. He's going to like try to. Okay, cool. Guys, protect your archers, your squishy units that'll get hurt real bad by those swordsmen. Move your other units forward. Oh, he's gonna giant push his catapult into range? Cool,
That would
cool.
be hype. That would almost forgive the Zabasi game. Push. Hit. Siege.
Siege. Nice. Oh, he completes killer with that too. That's a good feeling.
Yeah. Capture it. Now place 2
That's
monuments
it.
to get
That's the game.
That's
The
all she wrote.
Alpha advances to the American Bracket Bullet Tournament Finals.
Where Tiger is waiting for him.